Oh my god, what's going on here?
She pushed me, and she said that she will not sign any papers.
Are you okay?
Since when is it acceptable for a mistress to hug another woman's husband in public?
Mom, what are you doing here?
Me? I shop here. And what's your excuse? A married man embracing another woman.
I'll explain you.
No need. And do me a favor, do not call yourself my son if you're planning on doing this.
Myself?
Why did you marry me? Answer me. James's silence was tormenting me. I felt like I was going insane, waiting for an answer. I couldn't breathe properly. Someone was digging a deep pit in my heart, and blood was slowly pouring out. It was so painful that I physically felt cramps in my lower abdomen. I couldn't stand on my feet. James rushed over to me. The pain grew stronger, and I fainted. Doctor, please, save my child.
I'll try to do my best, but I can't promise once.
Save my child. Save my child. Please, don't tell my husband that I'm pregnant. The morning of my second wedding anniversary started not the way I wanted it to. And the reason becomes clear. I'm pregnant. James? I want to tell you something.
I'm filing for divorce.
You what? James Taylor is sick and an early termination of the marriage contract.
I know we were supposed to be married for 3 years, according to the contract, but Anna returned early, so
So you're leaving me.
I'm releasing you from this obligation. And look, honey, finally, you can be free. You can live your own life. I promise. I'll agree to any terms regarding the property division.
Do you really want this? It's good that we didn't have a child together.
Yeah, of course. It's all for the best. We will divorce without any unnecessary problems.
After that conversation, I couldn't bring myself to tell James about the pregnancy. Suddenly, I felt nauseous again.
Are you okay?
Yes, I need to go. I felt miserable locked in a room in my own home. How long had I been sitting here? An hour, 2? My thoughts were interrupted by James.
Hi. You know the fact, Grandpa, he'll never agree with divorce if I'll mention to him about it. So, it's better for all of us if you'll do it.
Okay, I'll do it. But don't make it seem like our decision. I was just a girl from a troubled family. My mother was a nurse, and my father was a gambler. Such a family could never match up to the glorious Taylor's family. One day, my mother witnessed a terrible accident and selflessly saved 2 people, James's father and grandfather. In return, the grandfather promised to take care of me, and when I was left an orphan, he arranged my marriage to his grandson. I always knew that James didn't have a sweet tooth. That's why I had personally prepared this cake. It was vanilla, but not sweet at all. Hello, James. Thank you for your gift.
Tonight.
Oh, all right.
So,
Candlelit dinner?
Bye, Emily.
I couldn't believe it. On the day of our second anniversary, my husband was having a candlelit dinner with another woman. This fact instantly made me feel defeated, hopeless to the core. I had already completely lost in this competition with Anna. I felt a wrenching pain in my stomach from the egg allergy. No one in this world knew about the allergy except my mother. I promised myself that this was the last time I would be this crazy and desperate. I was sick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Said he doesn't love Mom, but we're gonna be okay. On this night, I tossed and turned for a long time. And just when I was almost falling asleep, Samantha called. Hello?
James and I are on 3rd Avenue.
James?
He's completely wasted.
He's not with Anna?
Come and meet us. We're coming from the garden.
James was very drunk, sleeping in the backseat. He looked as handsome as ever. I thought that some people in this world remained perfect even when they were drunk, like James. Samantha, why is he so drunk? Wasn't he supposed to be with Anna? What? Do you really want your husband to spend the night with another woman? Husband is just too much. We already agreed to divorce. Come to your senses. Have you lost your mind?
What divorce you're talking about? Are you really ready to let him go?
That he's ready. And I recall that you were not very invested in this marriage. What happened?
I admit I didn't like you at the beginning, but you two are married and you need to make an effort until,
Until what?
until it interferes. You're nothing like her, and that's your huge advantage. So, this is your husband. Take him home and let me go.
Samantha helped James out of the car and then left. It's Anna. She's looking for you. I'm sorry, I crossed the line.
Hello? Yes. Yeah, me too. Okay, I'll be there.
I answered the call by mistake. I'm sorry for that. Did Anna misunderstand everything?
No. I already explained to her everything.
Okay.
I'm your husband. You're my wife. It's normal that we can walk together. Honey, what's on your face? This morning you say you've already taken pills.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
So you have to take these pills urgently. 3 pills, 2 times per day, okay?
Sorry. Can I take any other treatment with no pills?
Listen, these are safe. Don't worry. You don't have any heart conditions or anything I should know about, right?
No.
Okay, then you're safe.
Emily, come on.
James, can you get me some water, please?
Sure, honey.
Doctor,
What?
I'm pregnant.
What?
Can I take these medications?
Why didn't you mention this earlier? So of course not. If you're pregnant, then I have to switch you to this typical treatment. Take this.
Thank you.
Get well soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
What is this? Why did the doctor change prescription?
Typical treatment will be also effective.
Oh, no. Look, you all read. It's gonna take longer. If you wanna show up at grandfather's birthday like this, he will think that I abuse you.
Don't worry. I will explain him everything.
No. I should go and bring back the doctor.
No, please, wait, please. It's me. I told him to change my medication. I didn't want to tell you, but I had stomach aches. These explanations were enough for James. I wanted to get rid of the rash as soon as possible, so I started applying the cream when James suddenly showed concern. James! I turned and saw Anna. I was shocked, almost unable to believe my eyes. Anna was sitting in a wheelchair. How could this happen? I had never heard anyone mention that she had a disability. I thought she was a dancer. Astonished by this revelation, I stood there for a while, unable to react.
Emily? Anna?
Looks like you really didn't know about my condition.
No.
Of course not. Everyone kept quiet on grandfather's command. Who in this family would dare to disobey his direct orders?
What does Grandpa have to do with this?
Your mother saved him, and he was willing to do everything for you to be the part of his family. Even blackmailing his grandson, or breaking up lovers, or... I got into a car accident 2 years ago when I was driving to your wedding, and I almost died. I was supposed to finish this nonsense, but I ended up with a disability.
No. I don't believe you. Why he would lie to me? Before our wedding, he told me that it was a voluntary decision and that you two were no longer together.
We are not together?
Yes.
It was a compromise, you know? Because if he hadn't agreed with the wedding, his grandfather would have sent me abroad forever. So that's why he planned it all out, and you will have no disagreements with the divorce.
No. You're lying.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Confusion.
Oh my god, what's going on here?
She pushed me, and she said that she will not sign any papers.
Are you okay?
Since when is it acceptable for a mistress to hug another woman's husband in public?
Mom, what are you doing here?
Me? I shop here. And what's your excuse? A married man embracing another woman.
I'll explain you.
No need. And do me a favor, do not call yourself my son if you're planning on doing this. What is she doing here with you?
Linda?
I'm sorry. I wanted to pick a birthday gift for grandfather and James. He knew what he liked, so that's why we're here. You are not invited to the party. And as for the gift, we all know what Grandpa wants. A great grandchild. Which has nothing to do with you.
Mama.
When Linda left, Anna deliberately tossed her hair back over her shoulders to show me her earrings. I recognized them immediately. Jade, just like the ones James had promised to give me for our anniversary. Where did you get these earrings? They're so lovely.
Oh, thanks. I found them at James' place the other day, where he gave them to me.
I'll stay with Anna. You better go with Alex. I'll ask him to take you home.
Excuse me, Miss.
What?
Miss Tyler's called. Said to expect her in 10 minutes.
Oh, thank you, Robert. Hello, James?
Hello, it's me. I'm very sorry, but James can't talk to you right now. I'll ask him to call you later.
Not getting a response from Anna, I hang up the phone. I felt hurt. It seemed like James was inseparable from Anna. It was evident that he wanted a divorce as quickly as possible. If not for his grandfather, we could have had the divorce papers that very morning and become complete strangers. Oh, hi, Mom.
I know you want a divorce. Walk it. But Grandpa is ill. So should you do anything to upset him, I will never forgive you.
Mom, I would never hurt Grandpa. But James and other—
Stop it! Do not worry about that girl. No one in the Taylor's family would ever accept a girl like that. Your job is to keep James. Regardless of whether you entered this marriage for love or money. I do hope that you will give me a grandchild soon, so I can be proud of my son again.
Sweetheart, go ahead with your shopping. When you're ready, I'll ask the driver to take you home, okay?
Okay. Don't worry about me. I'll take care of myself. Okay?
Okay.
In the family mansion, Linda was already waiting for her son.
Have you ever given a thought how your wife must feel when you parade the mistress in front of her?
Mom.
I know about the divorce, but may I also remind you that your grandfather is very sick, and should your antics hurt him even a little bit, I shall forget that you are my son.
I don't want to hear the—
Anna is not as simple as you might think she is. I know she has hidden intentions, and if you just listen to me for one—
Thank you for the tea. That's enough. Have a good day, Mom.
James came home seething with barbaric anger. I could barely get up from the couch. Oh, you came back? Look, I need to tell you something. Mom seems to know about our divorce.
Oh, really? Didn't you tell her? Weren't you the one who raided us out?
What do you mean? Of course not.
Nonsense. It was the secret between me and you. What do you want, money?
Don't say that.
Anna was right. If you don't want a divorce, why don't you just tell me? Why did we play this game? I offered you to stay your conditions. Even if you want to take a half, you agreed on. And then you told my mom and grandpa.
I'm not playing with you. Don't judge me by yourself.
Myself?
Why did you marry me? Answer me. James's silence was tormenting me. I felt like I was going insane, waiting for an answer. I couldn't breathe properly. Someone was digging a deep pit in my heart, and blood was slowly pouring out. It was so painful that I physically felt cramps in my lower abdomen. I couldn't stand on my feet. James rushed over to me. The pain grew stronger and I fainted.
Bekend smooth, dikke mens. Det måtte virkelig ligge i sekretær for universitet.
I woke up when they brought me to the hospital, and all I could think about was to save my child. Doctor, please, save my child.
I'll try to do my best, but I can't promise you.
Save my child. Save my child. Please, don't tell my husband that I'm pregnant.
What's going on?
Hospital? Emily sat nervously as Dr. Wright and a nurse checked her vitals and performed a scan on her stomach.
Look at this, you two. Your kiddo's a champ. Healthy and kicking.
What? We're pregnant?
James and Emily exchanged silent glances. Even if they stood as husband and wife, Emily couldn't help but wonder, would a child save their marriage?
Perhaps it's not the end, but a beginning.
Are you all right? James rushed over to Emily. I don't know, answered Emily, wincing, but it hurts too much to stand up. Her stomach had started to cramp, and the pain was unbearable. James helped Emily up. Let's get you to the hospital, he said gingerly. Come on. Even though Emily's emotions were fraught, she couldn't fight James this time. She allowed him to offer her his arm, leaning against him as he guided her to the couch. I'm going to call for an Uber. Just hold on, okay? James said, concern etched across his face. Emily nodded as she grimaced and tried to focus on breathing instead. Emily breathed in and out as pain continued to sear across her stomach. Hold on, little one, she said to herself. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. James walked into the kitchen. He came back to the living room with a half-empty water bottle. An alert on James' phone went off. A car's coming in a few minutes, James said. Are you okay? Emily nodded. James sat next to her and rubbed her back. That small gesture of comfort made Emily want to cry. Stop, Emily said, with her eyes still closed. Sorry, James answered quietly. They sat next to each other in silence until another alert let them know that their car was there. They got into the car and made their way to the hospital. Emily tried her best to keep calm, even though the closer they got to the hospital, the more she feared the worst-case scenario. I'm scared, Emily admitted quietly to James as he helped her out of the car. It's going to be okay, James said as he helped her inside. I promise. James quickly motioned for an attendant to grab them a wheelchair. Emily sat in the chair as James called someone on his phone. Hey, Dr. Wright, it's James, James said on the phone. We're here. We'll let the front desk know. All right, see you soon. Who is that? Emily asked. Dr. Wright, a family friend. He's the chief of obstetrics and gynecology here. He'll be here soon to help us out. James spoke with the front desk, and soon they were ushered to another floor. It was much quieter here. They were escorted to a large, pristine room with all the standard equipment of an OB/GYN, but also equipped with couches and a coffee table. Emily shook her head at the extravagance. James always made sure he had the best amenities there were, even while in crisis mode. How are you feeling? James asked, helping her out of the wheelchair and onto the couch. I don't know, Emily answered as she sank into the couches. Exhausted? She shivered at the hospital's temperature. James grabbed a folded blanket on the examination table and wrapped it around Emily. Rest until he gets here, James suggested. Emily nodded. Despite the physical pain still clawing at her insides, she closed her eyes and miraculously drifted off to sleep. Her dreams were fragmented and littered with crying babies and Anna's leering face. Emily was wandering around hospital rooms, only to find empty spaces. She had no idea what she was looking for, but every room was open. James stood at the end of the corridor and called out to her. Emily, Emily, James called out. Emily soon woke up to James gently shaking her shoulder. She was confused before she remembered where she was, and everything that had happened in the last 24 hours. Emily, I'm Dr. Wright, an older gentleman smiled at her. James called and said you were experiencing some pain. How far along are you in the pregnancy? Emily nodded. I'm sorry, I fell asleep. Yes, I'm 4.5 months pregnant. Dr. Wright nodded. I see. Well, first off, congratulations. And why don't you come over here and we'll do a scan and make sure everything is all right. James helped Emily to her feet and onto the examination table. Emily sat nervously as Dr. Wright and an assistant nurse looked over her vitals, poked and prodded, and brought out an ultrasound machine to scan her stomach. Emily let James hold her hand through the process. She didn't know if it was for her or for him, or maybe in this case, they both chose to lean on each other. After several moments of scanning, Dr. Wright turned to the worried couple. I'll start with the good news. The baby is fine, Dr. Wright said. However, this was a small warning sign. If there are external stressors, whether you aren't eating enough or are undergoing stress, this will affect your body and your baby. Emily nodded. James hung his head at the mention of external stressors. Would you like to know the sex of the child? I can tell you right now, Dr. Wright asked. Emily and James exchanged a look. Emily started. James said. We'd love to know, Emily answered. Dr. Wright nodded. Congratulations. You two are to become parents to a healthy baby boy. Emily and James both let out a shriek. They couldn't help but embrace each other and then quickly let go. Thank you so much, Dr. Wright, James said, shaking the doctor's hand. I'll have your favorite barrel scotch delivered for Christmas. Dr. Wright laughed. James, my boy, look at you all grown up. You're going to be a father. The kid who used to steal liquor from Mark and Linda's liquor cabinets. James let out an embarrassed laugh. Dr. Wright, I was 15. Hopefully your baby boy will be less rambunctious than this one, Dr. Wright said to Emily. Emily couldn't help but smile. She had known James since high school and knew exactly what Dr. Wright was discussing. I'm pretty even-keeled. Hopefully our son will take after me, Emily said in good humor. James let out a chuckle. Let's hope, he agreed. Well, I'll let you two rest, Dr. Wright said. Keep me posted, James, and give me a call anytime. Thanks, Dr. Wright, James said as he walked Dr. Wright to the door. As James stepped away, Emily placed her hand on her stomach. The last few minutes felt almost normal. They were just husband and wife at the hospital, receiving exciting news about their baby boy, their son. God, I could have done without this, James muttered to himself. The bubble of happiness Emily had surrounded herself with suddenly burst. I'm sorry to have inconvenienced you. No, I didn't mean it like that. It's not this. It's everything. It's our entire relationship, Emily sneered. I get it. I'm sorry we both wasted the last 2 years of our lives. James walked back to Emily and let out a long sigh. The baby is good. He's healthy and good, Emily agreed. Thank God, James said. If something happened, it would have been because of me. James suddenly let out a small sob. Emily froze. This was the first time James had ever cried in front of her. James, Emily said softly. He's all right. Everything's all right. I am selfish, James said. I can't help it, but I'm going to do better. I want to do better. Emily nodded. We'll figure it out. James sat at the end of the operating table. We're going to be parents, James said quietly in awe. I know, Emily said, rubbing her stomach. Emily and James might have had different temperaments, different morals, to their taste in interior design, but they had always shared the same vision for the future. They had both talked about having a family. Emily and James tried to get pregnant about a year into their marriage, but after months of trying, they found out that the possibility of Emily getting pregnant was less than 10%. It wasn't impossible, but something about knowing how difficult it would be disheartened both of them. It had been a little rocky ever since. I don't know what to say, James said quietly. Emily looked down at her hands. She didn't know what she wanted to hear. In just a day, so much damage had been done to their relationship. On that same day, a once-in-a-lifetime experience had made her feel closer to James than she ever had, even if just for the length of a doctor's visit. Don't say anything, Emily said. Despite the horrible way the day started, it ended in a way she couldn't believe. Hearing their baby was fine, and a healthy baby boy. That moment of bliss was how she wanted to end the day. James looked at Emily and nodded. He grabbed her hand and squeezed it. Ready to go home? He asked. Yup, Emily said. James helped Emily to the wheelchair and wheeled her out the door. All right, let me see what the ETA on the rides is, James said, looking through his phone. Then, unmistakably, a shrill voice rang through the lobby of the hospital floor. James Taylor, you stop right there! James froze and looked up. Emily didn't know whether to smile or wheel away. There was nobody more imposing and scarier than her mother-in-law.
Does Linda know about Emily James' baby? What will James do next?
Mom, James yelled. Emily couldn't help but let out a small snort. She could sense the flash of terror in this grown man's body at the sound of Linda Taylor saying his full name. What are you doing here? James asked. James Taylor, you have a lot of explaining to do, Linda hissed. It was nearly 3 a.m., and Linda looked impeccable. She was in light gray cashmere sweats, her gray hair pulled back into a low bun. Her pearl earrings glinted against the fluorescent lights. She looked every bit of the class and wealth she was born into. Linda, said another voice. James' father, Mark, exited the elevator. Linda, you left me on the ground floor, he said, walking over. I wanted to catch this swine before he ran off, Linda barked. Mom, James said, you're making a scene. Oh, I'm making a scene? Linda yelled. Guess who called me this afternoon about your little scheme? How could you? Mom, I don't get how you're so upset over this. It's my life, James argued before Linda cut him off. Your life? Just your life? She screeched exasperatedly and started to hit him with her Shajuma purse. Linda, calm down, Mark said, grabbing his wife. Dave will kill us for making a scene. James, your mother and I are not happy with the decisions you've been making, Mark said sternly. Dad, it's been a long night, James said. I would like to get Emily home. No, we need to talk now, Linda yelled against Mark's arms. Emily knew there was no fighting Linda when she was in fight mode. Maybe we could step inside the room, Emily suggested. James groaned. He begrudgingly wheeled Emily toward the room they had just exited from, and his parents followed. Soon they sat facing each other on the couches. It was uncomfortable to say the least, especially for James. James, how could you? Linda wailed, breaking the silence. Mom, James said, exasperated. This isn't about you. Oh, really, James? You're right. This is all about you, Linda said. What is going on, James? Mark asked. Emily leaned back on the couch and observed the family dynamic. It's about... God, I don't want to talk about this with you. It's none of your business, James exclaimed. None of our business? Oh, it's our business, all right, Linda said. Emily then felt the room tense, which puzzled her. Mark quickly spoke. James, have you thought this through? I won't talk about this here right now, James said adamantly. Emily decided to speak up. It's been a long day and an even longer night. Maybe we pick this up in the morning with clear heads? Mark and Linda exchanged glances. You're right, Emily, Mark spoke. James just stared down at the floor. Having momentarily eased the tension, Emily decided to take the opportunity to change the subject. How did you know where to find us? She asked her in-laws. Dr. Wright is an old family friend. He told us that James called, Mark explained. Isn't there a doctor-patient confidentiality clause? James exclaimed, throwing his hands up in protest. Yes, but you're not the patient, Linda snapped. Mom, James said. He felt hurt by Linda's tone. He just let us know that you two were at the hospital. Nothing more, Mark tried to explain. Sure, no harm, Emily answered. There was no use arguing semantics with this crowd, especially with how exhausted she was. Have you heard the news? Emily asked them. What news? Linda asked. Emily and James exchanged looks. James nodded. Linda gasped. We're having a boy, Emily said. Linda and Mark leaped to their feet, hugging each other and crying. Oh, congratulations, Linda said, leaning in to kiss Emily. James, Mark said, reaching out to shake his son's hand. So what's going to happen to the baby then? Linda exclaimed. James, look at what you did. Mom, James yelled, exasperated. If you can't do the time, don't commit the crime, Linda said with her nose in the air. That's true, Emily agreed. James said, come on. Emily shrugged. She let out a yawn. You must be exhausted, Mark said. We'll let you two go, but tomorrow, James, you're coming into my office. Yes, sir, James said glumly. Linda turned to Emily. If you don't mind, I'd like a word. It'll be quick. Emily was curious what her mother-in-law could want to say to her, but regardless, Linda was not someone you could say no to in any circumstance. Sure, Emily said. Mark and James stood up to head outside as James side-eyed the woman on the couch. Yell if you need me, James said to Emily as he left. James Taylor, Linda replied sternly, shaking her head. What's going on, Linda? Emily asked once Mark and James left. What's going on, Linda? Emily asked once Mark and James left. Look, I'll be frank, Linda started. James and that girl, they're not right for each other. You know that. I know that. I know deep down James knows that. He just wants what he doesn't have. Emily listened as her mother-in-law spoke. While the two weren't particularly close, they were cordial. Linda was particular. They butted heads occasionally, but in general, they had a fine relationship. Thanks, Linda, Emily said slowly. I don't know what to make of it, and what to say. Of course, Linda nodded. You don't have to say anything. If this divorce goes through, it'll be the biggest mistake of James' life. You two have a family growing. That girl, she's a floozy that hooked her claws in him for a taste of a better life. She doesn't care about him. Emily grew uncomfortable with the conversation. Linda continued. Emily, you want your son to have a father, don't you? Linda asked. Emily stared down at her hands and nodded. You love James, don't you? Emily paused and answered honestly. I don't know, Linda. Sometimes it felt like she loved him more than anyone. Sometimes she wanted to be as far away from him as possible. Linda nodded. I understand. That's perfectly understandable. Marriage is long, Emily. There will be ups and downs if you want to build a family. This can either end what you and James built, or be a small blip. James might not be the only one to regret this. Linda took Emily's hands in hers. I know you've loved James for a long time. I know it. I see it. He doesn't deserve you, Emily. But he could one day. This is a mistake. You guys are young. You can recover from this. Emily's heart grew more conflicted with Linda's words. While they seemed encouraging, they were equally toxic. What kind of woman encourages another one to let her husband grow up while cheating on her? Thanks, Linda, Emily said quietly. I have a lot to think about. Linda nodded and let go of Emily's hands. Emily, fight for the relationship. If you need anything, don't hesitate. We can win this. Linda helped Emily up. I have to use the restroom, actually. I'll be out there in a sec, Emily said. Will you be all right? Linda asked. I'll be fine, Emily smiled. Emily went into the suite's restroom. Despite what had been happening, there were perks of marrying into the Taylor family, like first-class pregnancy suites at the best hospitals, and the head physician just a phone call away. Emily caught a glimpse of herself in the mirror. Dark bags hung under her eyes and were swollen from crying all day. Emily splashed cold water across her face. She looked forward to ending the day in bed, with hot tea and reruns until she fell asleep. Emily opened the restroom door and headed to the suite's door. But she heard raised voices. She leaned closer and realized the Taylors were in a heated argument. She could make out James' voice. I don't care. She deserves to know. James, don't be ridiculous, argued Linda. This is more than about you, Mark yelled. Screw the contract, James yelled back. Contract? Emily said out loud to herself. What are they talking about? Emily opened the door to Taylor's surprised faces. They quickly tried to compose themselves. You must be exhausted. Let's let James get you home. Her father-in-law's voice was full of forced lightness. What about the contract? I know that we initially got married because your grandfather wanted us to, that it's all some old family tradition. I know I'm not going to get anything in the prenup, Emily asked. That's not the problem, dear, Mark sighed. That contract comes with certain obligations, ones that you will have failed to meet if you divorce now. And, well, there will be consequences. A stony silence filled the air as the Taylors looked at one another, then back at Emily. What the hell is going on? She thought to herself, waiting for their reply. What kind of consequences? What's going to happen to me?
Why are you telling me this now?
Because, my dear, James has impregnated someone else before he impregnated you.
It hit Emily like a ton of bricks. All the puzzle pieces fell into place.
Is it Anna? It's Anna, right? I can't believe this. Is she also having a son?
We don't know yet. Anna doesn't want a gender reveal.
Of course! Why would she? That'll totally rob her chances to create drama if she did.
Mark reached over and patted Emily on her shoulder condescendingly.
Your child will be cared for and showered with all the same privileges that come with being a tailor. But he'll have to deny his true birth order and the rights to his lineage if Anna gives birth to a boy first.
Emily's mind reeled. Tears welled in her eyes, but she fought them back, her jaw setting in a grim line.
So, it was all a lie? Our marriage, our family, it was all just a part of some bloody contract?
James looked down at his hands, speechless, prompting his mother to speak for him.
I know how you feel, Emily.
Are you saying Mr. Taylor cheated on you too, Linda? Did you, Mr. Taylor? Did you enjoy your time with your mistress? James sure seems to.
James tried to reach out to her, pleading for forgiveness, but Emily didn't want his apologies. She wanted answers.
And what if I refused to go along with this charade? What if I want a divorce?
The Taylors stared at her. Their expressions were cold and hard.
That would be very bad for you and your baby, Emily. You'll face severe consequences for breaking the contract.
Emily processed Linda's words. The threat was crystal clear. She felt a shiver of fear creep up her spine, but she quickly pushed it aside.
I guess we'll see about that then, won't we?
Having had quite enough, Emily turned on her heels and walked out of the room. Just then, her phone buzzed in her pocket. Glancing at the screen, she saw a name she hadn't expected. It was Anna.
What do you want?
Emily, I'm so sorry.
Sorry? For what, Anna? For sleeping with my husband? For betraying me? Or for becoming the mother of the next Taylor heir?
Emily, I didn't know about the contract, I swear.
Whether you knew or not, Anna, it changed nothing.
I know, I wanted to apologize and ask if we can be civil to each other, for the sake of propriety.
It's too late for that.
Think about it, Em. We can both share James and his fortune, right?
Your apology sucks, Anna.
Fine. Don't accept my apology. Just be a sob story like always. You have been that way since high school. Poor little Emily Clark, who just wants everyone to feel bad for her.
Emily was exhausted from all the insults directed her way.
He never loved you, Emily. Never. James only married you out of pity. He loves me. Do you hear me? He's mine.
Oh, Anna, this is so funny. You and your stupid ego. To be honest, Anna, I'm grateful. See, you've done me a favor. You've unburdened me of a man who doesn't know how to value his vows or his family.
Anna fell silent, and Emily continued, her tone mocking.
Enjoy my leftovers, Anna. You deserve that. I hope he's everything you ever wanted, because he's certainly not what I want anymore.
Emily disconnected the call before Anna could come up with a retort. At that moment, Emily vowed to her unborn baby.
Don't worry, baby. I'm going to make the entire Taylor family pay for what they did. No matter what anyone says, you are the rightful Taylor heir. And one day soon, you will own every red cent of their billion-dollar fortune.
Emily squared her shoulders and pushed open the door to the hospital room. She had to win this war, and for that, she had to strategize.
Anna! Of all people, James! I honestly thought that he'd have better taste.
Linda, let's not forget that Anna is carrying our grandchild.
Yeah, a grandchild that I never asked for, Mark. A grandchild that's tearing this family apart.
You need to calm down.
How can I? Having an affair is one thing, but a divorce? That too when your wife's pregnant. It's simply not done in our family, James.
I know. I messed up. I got carried away. But I can issue a statement. I can say I never meant to ask Emily for a divorce. I can say it was the lawyer's mistake.
Good. Make it right then. I know you can.
Amidst their argument, the Taylors finally noticed Emily standing in the doorway.
Emily, you agree with me, don't you? That talk of a divorce is jumping the gun. I know you're hurt by what Anna has done.
I don't care what Anna or James did to me. She's carrying your grandchild, and for that reason alone, we should be kind.
Why the sudden change of heart?
I don't want to argue and fight about any of this anymore. Not tonight. The most important thing now is making sure my baby boy is healthy. The negativity is not the way to do that.
Relief flashed across the faces of the Taylors, adoration for Emily washing over them. Emily felt sick about it, but didn't let her smile falter. She pretended that she had accepted the terms of their contract. It was the only way she could put her plan into action and plot their downfall undetected.
I think it's also worth mentioning that Grandfather Taylor's 80th birthday party is just around the corner. It'll be the right opportunity to do damage control on the divorce story.
You're right, Em. I've been so caught up in my mess of things, I forgot.
Why don't we go and pick up his gift that we missed earlier? It would be a good distraction, and I'm sure Grandpa would appreciate it.
James has an important meeting tomorrow, so I'll take you shopping.
What meeting?
The one with the investors, remember?
Right. I guess you two should go without me then.
Great. Emily, why don't you come over for brunch and we can head out from there?
I'd love that, Linda.
After coming home, Emily kept on planning her next move. She suddenly got an idea.
James, could you pick up some food from Ricardo's for dinner? I'm craving some Italian.
James nodded and left immediately. Emily quickly moved to James's home office. She knew what she was looking for, James's emails. As she read further, Emily felt her stomach knot. This was more than just infidelity. James was embezzling from his own company.
Who is this man I married? I need to save this evidence so I can use them later. Wait and watch, James. I'll give you a taste of your own medicine. Oh, God. This morning sickness is killing me.
Emily stumbled out of bed while James slept peacefully. A bitter laugh escaped Emily's lips as she watched him.
Sure. Why would he be worried anyway?
Racing to the bathroom, Emily rinsed her mouth and forced herself to get ready for her mother-in-law's brunch and gather more intel on James's embezzlement.
Let's get this over with. We can do this.
Upon entering the Taylor mansion, Emily was greeted by the sight of the lavish interior.
Lady Taylor has been expecting you. Please follow me to the kitchen.
Linda sat at the end of the table, a cup of steaming coffee in her hands.
Emily, dear, I'm so glad you could make it.
How could I miss it?
Feeling a surge of sadness, Emily glanced around the dining room. With her own family absent, Taylor's frequent family dinners had been the only family she knew.
Emily, I admire your attempts to remain neutral in this whole situation. But we can't ignore the threat that Anna's pregnancy poses to our family.
Why do you say that?
Anna has always been obsessed with James. She sees James as her ticket to the good life.
And if Anna is indeed having James's firstborn son, she seems to want to be Taylor badly. Why shouldn't she have it?
Because of our family's history, Emily. Anna's grandfather and Grandpa Taylor are sworn enemies. I was already worried about this illicit child. And now, James wants to marry Anna. Grandpa Taylor will go nuts.
Emily was overwhelmed by the shocking news. She started feeling sick again.
I think I need to lie down. Do you mind?
Of course not, dear. Let's get you to one of the spare rooms. Marianne, please take my daughter-in-law to lie down.
Marianne arrived and wordlessly began to guide Emily out of the dining room. Linda picked up her phone, her heart pounding in her chest. She dialed James's number, and he picked up after 3 long, agonizing rings.
James, it's your mother.
Mother, I can't talk now. I'm busy.
Linda could hear the distinct sound of a cash register ringing and the calm tone of Anna's voice in the background.
Busy, huh? Is that the diagnosis from Dr. Lying to your mother?
What? No,
Or perhaps your new nurse, Anna, recommended some retail therapy? No, James, you listen to me. Stop this nonsense and get yourself to my house immediately.
I don't think...
No, you haven't been thinking. Otherwise, you wouldn't have allowed Anna to turn your head like this.
But Mom...
James, I swear to God, if you don't show up at my house within the hour, I'll track you down and humiliate you in front of your mistress. Is that what you want?
I'll come over.
And bring Anna. We have things to discuss.
Okay, we'll be there.
Linda hung up the phone and steeled herself for the upcoming confrontation. She would do whatever was required to protect order in her family.
Oh, Emily, I hope you're ready for the war.
I love you so much, Em. You've no idea how much I missed you.
Sunlight streamed through the brocaded drapes as her eyes fluttered open, adjusting to the welcome sight of her husband's handsome face, smiling at her. and his deep brown eyes were full of longing, but suddenly worries gathered on her face like dark clouds on the bright sky.
What about Anna? You love her, too.
You're the only one for me, Emily, my beautiful wife.
James reached out and caressed Emily's face.
You're the only one I desire.
Emily started to lean closer to him for a kiss when she heard a voice echoing from a distance.
Wake up now! Emily, wake up!
Startled, Emily sat up, the shadow of surprise etched on her features.
James?
James was sitting on the edge of the bed looking at her strangely.
I guess you were dreaming. Was it a bad dream?
Emily wiped her tears.
No, a good one. One that was too good to be true. Anyways, what do you want, James?
Mom thought it was high time we talked.
Talk about what?
Anna.
An awkward silence followed. Emily was in no mood to discuss his affair. Despite everything, she was still in love with this man and didn't want to hear about the other woman in his life. She climbed out of bed and put on a robe, going to stand by the window.
Anna is threatening to talk to the press, to tell the world about our child, unless I let her move in with me.
Move in here? You mean at our house?
Yes.
Emily's heart thudded against her ribcage, but she veiled her emotions behind an impassive facade.
What about me and my baby? Do you want us to live on the streets?
No, never. With what I'm offering, you can go anywhere you want, Em.
James took out an envelope and handed it to Emily. It was a new contract, cold and clear. For Emily's continued silence and keeping up the melange of her marriage to James, she would receive a cash sum of $10 million and the keys to the Taylor's coastal home.
You're shipping me off to Malibu?
I love you both, but this is my only option now.
So, Anna gets my husband's name, my home, and I get a slap on the back and a hearty good luck?
$10 million is more money than most people see in a lifetime. What more do you want?
This is just... I want my life back, James. I'm not the one who cheated in this relationship. Then how is it fair for me to suffer the consequences? Have you got no shame?
I can't give you what you're asking, Emily. You must understand, this is the best I can offer.
So now this is a business deal.
It's not like that, Em. But I don't want to hurt you any more than I already have.
Emily threw the envelope on the floor.
Hurt me? You are way more than just hurting me, James.
I never wanted any of this. Why do you think I was so avoidant about starting a family with you in the first place? I was hoping this contract would die with me. But here we are.
Emily had to sit down to keep from fainting, the pain of it too much to bear.
I can't undo what's been done.
I'll consider your proposition. But this is my life, my baby, my dreams that we are bargaining for. They are worth a lot more than $10 million.
What exactly are you suggesting?
Emily leaned forward, her eyes gleaming with a cunning light. A surge of confidence ran through her, remembering her promise to her baby.
I am suggesting, James, that you demonstrate how strong your love is. For Anna and me both. Let's say $100 million?
$100 million? Are you kidding me? Don't do this to me!
Emily stepped toward him, her smile broadening at his reaction.
That's the price for your happiness, James.
Ew! This decor is so ordinary. It barely has any sophistication.
The coastal bungalow, once filled with memories of love, was now a battleground for Anna.
It's our home, Anna. Emily and I love it the way it is.
Well, if you say so, but we'll need to make some changes when we move in.
James, overwhelmed by guilt, took a moment to question his recent choices. He reflected on the beautiful story he shared with Emily, wondering if he had jeopardized something precious.
What am I doing? Emily and I built so many memories here. Is this really what I want?
You know, James, I can't help but think about our future together. In a place like this, we need a fresh start, don't you agree?
Anna walked around James, her smile showing she was strongly focused on them getting engaged.
James, darling, can't you see us as the power couple of the Taylor legacy? We'll be the envy of everyone.
James, still conflicted, tried to engage in the conversation.
Anna, marriage is a serious commitment. It's not just about status.
But darling, imagine the possibilities. A place that truly reflects our love story. Something modern, chic, and most importantly, ours.
James lay in bed, disturbed by Anna's persistent ideas.
Imagine the grandeur of our engagement, James. It'll be the talk of the town.
James, lying silently, contemplated his life with Emily. He envisioned the memories, laughter, and love they'd shared in the same bedroom.
Our engagement will be magical. Trust me, James.
A conflicted James rose from the bed, leaving Anna with her dreams. James poured himself another drink, wrestling with the cost of his decisions. The idea of disappointing his family and divorcing Emily felt unbearable. He lay passed out on his desk, surrounded by empty scotch bottles. The doorbell rang again. Anna opened the door to a young courier waiting on the doorstep, requesting James' signature for a crucial document.
I can sign for it. I'm his wife, Mrs. Anna Taylor.
After the courier left, Anna, unable to resist temptation, opened the envelope and discovered the shocking truth about the cost of Emily's silence. $100 million.
$100 million, James? James hid this from me.
Stunned by the revelation, Anna stormed into the living room where framed photos of James and Emily lined the walls. With a snarl, Anna began tearing down the photos, shattering the glass frames.
I won't be deceived. This ends now.
Anna, disturbed by a nightmare, woke up in a cold sweat.
Get it together, Anna.
Anna, attempting to bridge the emotional gap, suggested going for coffee. She stepped into the bustling coffee shop, the aroma of freshly brewed coffee filling the air.
Well, if it isn't the other woman.
Emily, we need to talk.
Oh, this should be good.
Anna tricked her way through the crowded coffee shop to confront Emily.
You're asking for $100 million? Do you really think James will pay up?
It's what I deserve, and it's not your business.
Deserve? You're just a small-town girl trying to play in the big leagues. Do you even know who you're dealing with?
I know exactly who I'm dealing with.
Oh, Emily, let's talk about your illustrious past. Remember that little incident in college?
My past is none of your concern.
You're delusional if you think James will choose you over the Taylors.
You underestimate the power of love, Anna. But let me enlighten you. This emerald has been in the Taylor family for generations. James gifted it to me, a symbol of our commitment.
Emily revealed the Taylor family emerald, a dazzling piece of jewelry with a rich history.
That doesn't change anything.
It changes everything. James chose me, and this emerald represents a legacy that no amount of money can replace.
The confrontation spilled onto the sidewalk, escalating into a heated argument.
Do you think you're special? You're nothing compared to what the Taylors can offer.
I won't let them dictate my worth.
Blinded by rage, Anna failed to notice an approaching car.
Watch out!
In a shocking moment, Anna was struck by the car, the screeching brakes and the impact drowning the surrounding noise. Emily stood frozen, dumbfounded as the chaotic scene unfolded before her. Paramedics rushed to attend to the injured Anna, and police officers started securing the area.
This can't be happening.
A police officer approached Emily, a concerned look on his face.
Miss, do you know this woman?
Yes, I know her. We were just talking.
The reality of the situation started to sink in for Emily. The threats and heated argument with Anna replayed in her mind.
What have I done?
Paramedics loaded Anna into the ambulance, and Emily was left standing on the sidewalk, haunted by the consequences of the dramatic confrontation. Anna lays unconscious in a hospital bed, surrounded by medical equipment.
She's in critical condition. We're doing our best, but it's too early to determine the extent of her injuries.
Emily, guilt-ridden, looked at Anna's lifeless form, the weight of the situation bearing down on her. But then she got a call.
Hello?
Mrs. Emily Taylor, can you please come to the nearest police station? We need to talk.
Emily sat across from a detective who was jotting down notes.
Hey, I understand this must be difficult for you. We need you to provide a statement about the events leading up to the accident.
We were arguing, and I never imagined it would escalate to this. She threatened me, and I just wanted to get away.
We'll need your cooperation in the investigation. Your statement will be crucial in understanding the circumstances.
The detective continues taking notes as Emily struggles to recount the details.
Hey, listen, Mrs. Taylor, I feel you are lost. You may go for now. Another police officer will meet you later at the hospital, though.
And then the car came speeding and hit her. He seemed drunk.
Yes, the driver was drunk and far from the legal limit. He has been arrested and will be accordingly dealt with. You take care of yourself.
Thank you, officer.
Thank you for your cooperation a second time, ma'am.
Upon getting the news of the accident, James arrived in a jiffy.
Emily, how did it happen? Where is she?
She's getting treated inside. I am sorry, James.
Can you tell me how it happened? I mean, why did you two meet?
It was, regarding the agreement. The divorce and the contract. You were talking about that. Things escalated too quickly and this happened.
Jesus, why would you two even meet about that? It was supposed to be between us.
I'm sorry, James.
And what was so important that you two met?
Anna, she felt that I was talking too much, that I was taking from her child's share. She was unhappy about it and she confronted me at the cafe.
Confronted you? I don't understand what made her go there. You live on the other side of the town. Why would she bother coming there?
She must have felt it was important to talk about it.
And what did you tell her? Is it because of what you said that she got upset?
We had an altercation and she got angry. She chased me across the street. She was blinded by her anger and followed me. And then...
Then what?
And then a drunk driver sped through and hit her. Right in front of me. James, I am sorry. I should have behaved properly. I got so angry that I stopped in the middle of the crosswalk and put her in that situation. I put everyone in danger. Me, her, our unborn child.
The only person to be blamed is me. If I hadn't done what I did, if we hadn't...
No, James, you can't blame yourself for this. None of us saw this coming.
But I am the cause of everything. My affair with Anna, our divorce, the contract. I've been wrong with my actions, and everything led to this.
We all made our choices. I made the choice to meet Anna.
I'm sorry, Em. I never wanted this. Not for you, not for her, not for us.
Guilt-ridden, they both shared a solemn moment, looking for some solace during this traumatic time. James no longer brought Emily the comfort like he used to do. She already had lost her James.
Doctor, how is she? Can I see her?
Her condition is critical.
What do you mean? What about the baby?
The impact of the car was significant. She has suffered multiple injuries and internal bleeding. We have managed to stabilize that for now, but the most concerning issue is that she has slipped into a coma. We are trying everything, but with each passing moment, the chances are getting bleak. If she doesn't gain consciousness in the next 48 hours, it could impact the unborn child.
James, are you all right?
Yeah, I am. I'm okay.
You should go see her.
I can't go alone.
You should go in alone. I'll wait for you here.
I can't face her. It's me who brought this on her.
This is not the time for blame games. Go see her.
James went inside to see Anna and Emily stood there in a state of disbelief, still trying to process everything.
Why did I let James decorate this place? It's just ridiculous. It's just metaphorical, alone with all the luxuries around.
Evening, Mrs. Taylor.
Evening, Bernard. How are you?
I am good. Are you all right? You look a bit tired. Beautiful, but tired, ma'am.
It's been a long day, Bernard. A really long day. You know, coming to this place without James, well, it feels like a house now. Not the home it was before.
Would you like me to prepare something special for you? You sound like you could use a good meal from someone that loves you.
Oh, Bernard, you are a savior. That sounds perfect.
What would you like to have?
Surprise me. I completely trust your judgment.
Very well then. I'll prepare something which will lift up your mood and put some color on your pale cheeks. After all, you are eating for two.
Thank you, Bernard.
Bernard went into the kitchen, showing his handicraft, and as the kitchen filled with the smell of roasting meat and buttery herbs, Emily started feeling nauseated.
Bernard, I am sorry, but I am not feeling well suddenly. I think I should just lie down for now.
It's all right, Mrs. Taylor. I'll finish it up and put it in the fridge. Eat when you feel like it. Take care of yourself and your baby.
Exhausted by a long day, Emily was drained and soon went into deep sleep. As the night passed on, the storm became strong, awakening Emily at 3 a.m. Her childhood fear of thunder and lightning had resurfaced, but she needed to act bravely, not only for her sake, but also for the unborn baby.
Don't be scared, Emily. It's just a storm. It will pass away. Don't worry, baby boy. Your mother is a strong woman. Could it be at this hour?
As Emily waited, grasping the fire poker, her heartbeat echoed in her ears. The door clicked open and a man walked in with stumbling footsteps.
Emily, I'm...
Wait a second, is that James? Jesus, you scared me to death. What are you doing here?
Emily switched on the lamp and could finally make out James's face. He was drunk.
I didn't know where else to go.
And why is that, James?
The hospital. They told me I should go home and sleep before returning tomorrow. I went to our apartment, but it felt so empty.
Couldn't handle it?
You know, even the bartender told me to go home. And no one wants to be near me, Em. Will everything go back to normal if I'm gone?
Did you come here expecting me to feel sorry for you?
I didn't plan to come here. I got a car, but must have put in the wrong address. I didn't know I was there until I was at the front door.
Emily sighed. She was frustrated, but her heart still felt bad for James.
All right, you can stay, but in the guest room. And this isn't some reunion. Show yourself out in the morning.
James stepped closer, reaching for her arm tenderly, and all feelings washed over Emily like a wave. Something stopped Emily from pushing James away. James cupped Emily's face and kissed her. It was a kiss full of regret and unspoken words.
We shouldn't be.
Emily managed to gasp out, but James still went to bury his face in her neck.
Hush. Just let me...
Emily pushed him away again. Reality flashed back in front of her eyes. The betrayal and the lies all came back to her.
No, James, we can't do this.
James felt a strong refusal for the first time from Emily.
Right, Em. You're right. I better go to the guest room.
Emily woke up the next morning to the incessant ringing of her phone.
Grandpa Taylor, I'm so happy you called.
Emily, my dear, I'm happier to hear the news of my grandson.
Thank you. Yes, it's a boy.
I'm over the moon, Emily. A little fella to carry on my legacy. And just in time for my 80th birthday.
Yes, it's incredible.
Emily stammered, sadness washing over her as everything hit her.
I'm so eager to meet the little one. I hope he has his grandmother's smile. And I'm sure you'll be a great mother, Emily. Just as your mother was, bless her soul. I owe her my life.
Grandpa.
I was hoping if you and James could come by the house for a few days before the big party. I don't want to worry you, but my health hasn't been ideal. Also, I wanted to discuss a few things with James.
All right, Grandpa. We'll come as soon as we can.
When Emily went to check on James, she found him gone, leaving a note that he was going back to the hospital. She kicked on the chair nearby to let out her frustration.
I can't believe he came drunk, seeking solace in my arms, and then went back to that witch.
Emily leaned on the wall, trying her best to calm down. Suddenly, there was a soft flutter in her belly. It was as if her unborn child tried to remind her to take care of herself.
Sorry, baby. I know it's scary right now, little one, but we'll make it through this.
At Anna's doorway, Emily stopped and froze. Anna was sitting up.
What the hell? She's back from coma? God, I can't bear the sight of James kissing her. I'm going to be sick again. Not in my wildest dreams I expected fate to play such a cruel game with me. What did I do to deserve this?
A knock on the door pulled her from her sad thoughts. She hurried to the sink to clean herself up.
Just a minute.
Is everything all right?
Emily wiped away any remnants of tears, put on a fragile smile, and opened the door.
What's wrong?
Well, you have 2 women pregnant with your child. That's what.
Don't be so cold, Em. I was worried about you.
Really? That's how you show your worries? By kissing your pregnant wife last night and then going back to your mistress in the morning?
Em, you know I only...
Don't! I'm done hearing your apologies. I'm not even sad about you leaving me, but I'm pissed off that you're playing with us both.
James shook his head in embarrassment. An uncomfortable silence crept in. Emily gathered herself, remembering why she came here to find James in the first place.
Anyways, Grandpa Taylor called me this morning.
What? Why?
He wants us to go see him a few days before his big party. He said his health wasn't good and that there were a few things to discuss before it was too late. It sounded serious.
He didn't mention what he wanted to talk about.
No, he tried to downplay it, but like I said, it sounds serious.
Did he say anything about his will? About inheritance?
Seriously? That's all you're concerned about? That man is sick, for God's sake.
I didn't mean it like that. I just need to know if there are any changes that I should know about.
Maybe there are, but shouldn't we be more concerned about his health than his money?
I am, Emily, I am.
I know this is hard, but we need to be there for him, regardless of any changes he may or may not make.
You're right. We need to go see him.
I'll make the arrangements.
As James walked away with a frown, Emily noticed him dialing Linda. She stormed down the hall when Anna called her from the cabin.
How are you, Emily?
Good that you're awake.
I'm sorry for my behavior at the coffee shop.
Wow, an apology from Anna Sterling. Should I call the press?
A deathbed confession might sell more papers.
Save the drama, Anna. We both know you're not dying because you're not that ill and I'm never that lucky.
Wish you were this feisty in bed as your words. James might have been still interested in you then.
Well, I chose to play the wife, whereas you chose to play the WHOR. I think you got it.
Anna's face turned red, but she didn't give up yet.
We all have our roles to play, Emily. Look at you, for example. The dutiful wife, the doting mother, the scorned lover.
Careful, Anna. You're skating on thin ice.
All right. I just meant that we're all wearing masks, trying to be someone we're not.
Except for some. Their mask is their real face.
Anyway, I better come to the point.
What a surprise.
Well, now that you're soon to be divorced, I thought I could ask for the Taylor family engagement ring.
If you're wondering what happens next, download the Pocket FM app now and listen to the exciting episodes of Sweet Little Lies.